This day was a great example of a perfectly executed schedule. Woke up at 8 a.m. stressed because there was a hurricane on the way, but it's fine. I sat down, wrote out my to-do list for the day and the week, got out all of my ingredients to come up to room temperature, and then I had a perfect coffee pour. I knew it was going to be a good day. I had a lot of cakes to bake this day, and I only have one oven, so it's important that I stack my tasks. Betty and Patty were up with me early. They both started whipping up some cakes for me. I baked this 8-inch Oreo heart cake. In order to make it Oreo, I actually add black cocoa powder, which is what they use in Oreo cookies, and it works so well. It's delicious. Not too sweet. And then I had a bunch of vanilla raspberry cakes, so I washed my raspberries, muddled those, and then I added them to my vanilla sponge along with a couple of other delicious ingredients. I got all of those cakes into the oven, and you guys, at this point I only had 4 6-inch round pans, and I had 9 layers to bake this day, so I got those in the oven, put my extra batter to the side, and then I started a new task while those were baking. But before starting my new task, I of course have to clean my kitchen. As I go, I reset, and then I start by making another set of cake batter. This is going to be a chocolate sponge, and I'm going to use some of it to make a marbled cake with my vanilla batter from before. I'm using the rest of it to make more cake layers, a smash cake, and then my other cakes were coming out of the oven at this point, so I started switching out the 6-inch pans. So basically it's pretty annoying, but whenever a 6-inch cake would come out, I would take out the cake from the pan, wash it, reset it, and then put more batter in it. And this is another one of those days where I was like totally fed up with having to switch out the cake pans, so I ended up buying 4 more 6-inch round pans, thank goodness. As those cakes were baking, I felt like it was time to move on to my second task, so I reset my kitchen again, and then I started making my macaron batter. I started whipping up my egg whites with sugar, sifted my powdered sugar and almond flour, and this was going to be for 2 different orders that all had a bunch of different colors for the macarons, so I got out my laptop to make sure I was color matching perfectly. I macaronage in my mixer about 40% of the way, and then I do a little bit of extra mixing with my hand, and then I fully mix as I divide the batter into different colors. Once the batter was divided and macaronaged properly, I bagged it all up and piped everything out. Once I finished piping out all of the macarons, I let those dry. I started putting them in the oven. After they were fully dried, I reset my kitchen, and then I started making a bunch of buttercream. This was 4 batches of my vanilla buttercream. I feel like I cannot live without these buttercream smacks. I went ahead and left the audio in for you guys because a bunch of people keep saying that they feel like they need to hear it, and I agree. Once I finished the buttercream, I reset my kitchen again, and then I had a quick ramen break because I was freaking starving. This is the extra spicy bulldog ramen with some rice cakes added, and you guys, it was so freaking good. I finished it in under 3 minutes, no regrets. After I finished eating, it was time to make my cookie dough and punch out the cookies that I was going to have to decorate this night. Here's my quick cleanup hack. Of course, you guys already know the drill. It's the best in the game. I'm obsessed with it. While the cookies were in the fridge chilling before baking, I made my royal icing. By the time I was done with the royal icing, the cookies were nice and chilled, so they started baking. I always flatten them as they come out of the oven for a nice, clean, flat decorating surface. And then while the cookies were chilling, I filled all of my macarons that I had baked earlier. The fillings were cotton candy, cookie butter, salted caramel, 2 sets of Nutella, and then 1 set of berries and cream. I got those all filled. I put those in the fridge to chill before boxing them in the morning. I mixed all of my royal icing colors for the flood, and then I started flooding all of my cookies. This ended up being really fun because after I flooded and got all of the basics done, I went on live for a while. I love going live and decorating with you guys because you're so fun and you give such good last-minute suggestions. My Pookie ended up surprising me on live by showing up at my house while I was decorating. It was so nice. We had the best time with you guys. Can't wait to show you all the cakes I decorated. I'll see you for that. Okay, love you, bye.